Yep.
Alright, then. Sounds good. I guess we'll get this underway. Time to do our little session 0. So, no actual gameplay tonight, because we'll be starting that next week once everything has been hammered out on your characters, but we're going to be doing a lot of important discussion today. So, first and foremost, my name is Kina. I'll be your dungeon master for this campaign. Feel free to just call me Kina, whatever platform you wish. Every one of you, except for Necro, is a new face to me and to each and every one of you, I guess. So I suppose first things first is introductions. Who would like to go first?
Hi, I'm Baka. I'm new here.
All right.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm awkward at first time introductions. I get a
no
lot
worries.
less uncomfortable after I start to know you guys.
No worries. That's completely fine. What do you want us to call you, and stuff?
Baka. I'm a Baka, you know.
Okay, fair enough then. All right then. Who would go next?
I'm Rusty.
Sorry, you go on.
Sorry.
One
Steve,
at a
go
time,
first.
guys. Okay.
Well, I'll go. This
Yes?
is.
Okay, fair enough. Great start, guys! Wonderful start!
I suggest you just pick someone and that person can...
Fair enough, let's go down the list then. Steve, you're below Baka.
Yeah. So I'm Steve. Been playing D&D for about 6 months, although I'm aware of it, I've been aware of it, I've read a lot, watched a lot. Been role-playing for probably 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Old. Yeah, that's that.
What kind of roleplay have you done all that time?
Well, initially, I think probably started with play by mail, like snail mail, actual writing written letters, and then mostly sort of written, like collaborative fiction type roleplay for the most part.
That's pretty cool, wow, yeah. Don't think I've heard the word snail mail in so long, so it's good to hear it. Really good.
Well, it's funny because
I
one of
never
the games I played originally, like 20 whatever years ago, I played again recently. It's moved online, so I played that for a couple of years. But I think I've quit that not long ago and picked up D&D. But somebody I played with there started DMing, and I played in a couple of his games.
Oh wow, that's awesome! Great introduction to D&D.
Yeah.
All right then, Rusty, how about you?
Yeah, my name's Rusty. Golly. I am 51, so I've been around a little while. I actually, when I was a kid, I got like one of those. This was like 1982. I had like the original beginner, Dungeons and Dragons set, but I never played it with anybody. I'd never had anyone to play with. And then just about a year and a half ago, I had some friends I found out started playing, and so I've just kind of hopped into it, and I've been playing for about 6 to 8 months or so when I can, type of a thing. So,
Wow.
That's about it.
Awesome, great. Glad to have you. It will be interesting then to have like a proper schedule for D&D this time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting a lot of echo off Rusty. Is anybody else?
I think it's just you, yeah. You were the only one lighting up while he was talking.
Right.
I got a
Was it
little
because...
echo.
Yeah, me too.
Got an echo.
Love
Is there a way to turn off this pleasant music? It's
It's the
Oh, sure.
jockey music. You can right
Yeah, you
click
can...
it.
right click it.
Yeah,
Ah, there we go.
mute and like user volume and
that's
stuff.
Wonderful, thank you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Just to make sure like everyone's sound volumes are alright and stuff. Alright then. Suppose Waffle, how about you?
So you can call me Jason or Waffle or my character name, whatever you want. I started playing D&D, I'd say, in college. And I did some homebrew, DMing and whatnot. And right now I'm playing Elder Scrolls game, a Fallout game, and Avernus. So this will be my 4th game.
Oh wow, very nice. How are you liking Avernus so far?
I'm starting tonight, so.
Oh, we're starting tonight. Fair enough. Oh.
Yeah, so got that going for me. But I live in the mountains in the U.S., so I don't know if anybody else is in that time zone.
I'm in the desert in the U.S. So.
Oh wow!
I'm in Arizona, so.
Oh, that's not too far.
It's like 2 p.m.
A
for
lot
you
more
then?
Americans than I thought.
Huh?
It's like 2 p.m. or something for you then?
Right now it's 11 a.m.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Sounds great. Well, just quick question though before we go on. What level are you starting at Descent into Avernus?
So the game's been going on for a while, so I'm joining. The party is 8th level, and I'm gonna be 5th level.
Okay. Weird, but okay. Good you're not joining at level 1, because that campaign is brutal at level 1.
I mean, he told me that basically the rule is normally you start at 1st level, but he said if you start at anything below 5, you would just die right away.
Yeah,
where they're at.
Yeah, it's very brutal, so I was worried about that. Didn't want your first campaign, first session tonight to just end in an immediate death because of how brutal that campaign is. But, yeah, anyway, Necro then, last but not least. How about you?
Naturally. Okay, so I'm Necro. I use Necro as a name. I played D&D for 1 month now. Yeah, is there been a 1 month? Yes, there.
We've played for 5 sessions, didn't we? So it gotta be more than a month.
No, I mean, I remember 4 sessions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, I am the newest one here, so I pretty much didn't play at all before that. I just watch YouTube things like Puffing Forest and I don't know the Bashu and the other guys. Not Critical Role. I never watched it for some reason. Other than
Nice.
that, yeah, that's alright. That's all. I'm new to this game.
Yeah, and funnily enough, I'm the only dungeon master you know, so no pressure there.
Don't ruin it for us.
Yep, like, you know, just still playing with me and all that time, so funnily enough. Anyway, then, great. Happy to meet everyone. Like to see that we have a lot of pretty cool personalities here. Looking forward to play. But yeah, I suppose we'll get right down into it with the discussions. We'll move into the game itself a bit later. For now, we're going to be talking about general ground rules, expectations, and all that. First and foremost, scheduling. Of course, we're going to be playing every week, Saturday night, 7 p.m. GMT. No idea what that is for your specific time zone, but that's the one I'm using, so that's what we're going to be playing at. How we're gonna rule it is that I need everyone to be on time. Like, at least don't show up just 1 minute before the session starts, please. And if you're going to miss a session, at least give me 24 hours notice. I realize real life can be a bit complicated sometimes, and I completely understand, but just give me a bit of notice so I can prepare beforehand, because it'd be pretty sucky if you bail out last minute and I didn't have time to rebalance encounters and the party ends up TPKing. How we're gonna do it is that if one person can't show up for that session, we're going to keep playing. We're just gonna assume that one person is just having a really quiet evening and their player decide to just suddenly go quiet for most of the time. If people decide to not show up, however, that is when we'll cancel the session and we'll try again next week. So keep that in mind. That's just going to be how it is. So be sure to keep that in mind if you decide to miss a session. Also, as well, for payment, be sure to make sure to send your payments for the session before the actual session starts. Once again, I would ask a 24-hour buffer before the session starts for you to get your payments underway. Same rules before. If one person can't pay up, then I can't have them play. If two people can't pay up, then we'll cancel the session and try again next week. All of you are aware of the standard prices, $10 per session with the discount for a month-long sessions. One thing that is important here, though, is that I do have a no refund policy for two reasons. First is that I've had a lot of bad experiences and a lot of stories of dine and dashing players who pay for a session, like pay in advance a lot so they get a discount, and 1 or 2 sessions in, they decide to quit and ask for a refund, and so they effectively got like a big discount on those 2 sessions they played, and that's just unfair for the other players. So that's just how I do it. It also makes it so that you have incentive to actually keep playing, because if you can just refund at any time, then there's no point in paying in advance, and kind of ruins the point of it. Second, of course, is that I do actually want to promote paying every week, especially for this kind of group. I do not encourage paying upfront for a lot of sessions, because the fact of the matter is that you can have the best DM, the best game, the best character, but if one person ruins it for the rest of the game, or you just don't gel well with other players or characters, it's going to sour the experience, and I completely understand if at that point you do not wish to continue playing. So if you invest that much money, you're probably going to be at a loss and you're going to feel forced to play. So that's why I encourage playing weekly, to make sure that at any point in time, you're free to go and leave, and I will not be hurt at all, because some people just don't get along well. Necro can tell you all about that. But yeah, is everybody all right with that? Is that acceptable to everyone here?
Yep.
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right then. Of course, at any time, feel free to voice your concerns or disapprovals, and I'll hear them out. That is just me rambling on, because I have to get this out of the way, because there's a lot to get through. But yeah, so now that's out of the way, let us move on to actual game itself. First and foremost, I'll just go down the list here. Player behavior and expectations during the game. I've had this happen a couple of times, so I have to remind you every time at Session 0, please do not show up to the game drunk or high. I cannot stress that enough. Do not do that. It's happened before, alright? And I could hear I could hear the rippling of the bong through their mic while we were playing, so don't do that, please. That's gonna ruin a lot of the experience for everyone. Side note to that, make sure that you're paying attention to the game. If I catch you playing, or not paying attention, like I once had a player playing League of Legends while we were playing through the game. Like I could hear the announcement of the game through their mic. So don't do that, please. We're all here to dedicate a good portion of our time every week. I dedicate a lot of my time to prepping these sessions, and the least you can do is respect that dedication and actually show up on time, prepared, and actually pay attention to the game itself. Especially since you're paying for this experience. If you're not going to pay attention, what's the point? That's like paying for college and not paying attention in class. I know. College is free here, so I don't know that. I hear in America it's not. Anyway. Yes, Necro.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Our American friends.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, good. Glad to confirm on that. Still don't get why you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars and for some reason decide to not take it seriously. But
for some reason.
yeah, exactly. Anyway, disruptive topics. I would ask that you keep the topics of politics, religion, things like that, things that are very inflammatory out of the game. Like after the game, you're free to talk about whatever. Really, I'm not gonna put a cap on that. But during the game, let's not talk about a lot of things that can get a bit too real. A lot of people play D&D, including myself, do play it to escape from reality for a bit, so bringing up that kind of talk kind of takes that away and does sour the experience for a lot of people, so I'd ask that you avoid from that stuff. Next, dice rolls. So yeah, so this is a thing that I also have to point out. Unannounced dice rolls at any point in time, if you just decide to make a check before I even say what you need to roll, there's a good chance that I'm just going to disregard the roll depending on the situation, so keep that in mind. I don't want people like just yelling out stuff what they're going to do and then immediately roll without my say so. So yeah. Next, PvP. I do not want a hand in PvP. If you want to do something against another player, consent is everything, so make sure that the other person is alright with it, make sure that everyone involved is alright with it, and of course, in the event that stuff like that happens, I will just hand the reins to the players themselves, because that does not involve me, so just want to put that out there, that if that's something that you wish to do, then feel free to go ahead, but of course, like I said, common sense and stuff, make sure that everyone's on the same page. Next is, rules debate. This happened a lot. I would add that during the game, nobody starts debating on rules. If at any point in time there is a rule that comes up and I either don't know it or get it mixed up, I'll just make a ruling on the spot, and then after the session you can bring it up and we can change it or look it up together. But I once again do not want you to disrupt the game over something as trivial as rules. I've had so many players who simply cannot get that in their mind that rules can be morphed and decide to spend an hour of the session debating a rule. So please do not do that. Next. Alright, lastly for behavior is play discomfort. I would very kindly ask that everyone here respect everyone at the table. If somebody is uncomfortable by something, then please respect that. Don't try too deep. Don't keep pushing. Just accept it, because we are all effectively strangers for now. Maybe in a few weeks, once we've played through this adventure, we'll get to know each other better. But for now, we don't know a lot, and so I would advise caution and tact when discussing topics and engaging with your fellow players. At the end of the day, respect is the most important thing at this table, and if you cannot do that, then I'm afraid there is no place for you. And that respect goes to everyone, your other players, me as the DM, and you as well. Make sure you have enough self-respect to speak up when something does make you uncomfortable. Is everybody alright with everything that I have just said?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, sounds good. Hope somebody's keeping notes of this, because I do not want to repeat myself 5 weeks down the line.
Got a new notebook, especially.
I'm writing down every word.
Okay.
No, not really.
Yeah, because like that's the one thing that always annoys me. Like, we discuss so much time during the session 0, and then 5 weeks time you forget about it completely, and I have to discuss it again. So do keep track of what's happening, so that we're all.
If you're lucky, it's 5 weeks after. If you're unlucky when you're playing with Vaza, it's just 1 week after.
Yes, fair enough. Okay, problem players are the thing. But hey. Very well then. So yeah, that is how it goes. If there's any questions, of course, feel free to speak up and stuff, and we'll discuss it further. As for one side note as well that I forgot to mention. We'll skip that for the game itself. Next, me as a DM. So, I am a DM that prioritizes fun and freedom above all else. I personally believe the rules are a tool to elevate and not... what's the opposite of elevate? Shit.
Constrict.
Opposite of elevate. Okay, constrict. There, good. Blanked on that word for some reason, but... Yes, so I am of the opinion that rules can change, shift, especially in a game like this. That's the entire point. A lot of you might have heard of the rule of cool that is always king at my table. If you decide to do something fun or make something on the spot that is creative and just generally really, really cool, then likely I will let that happen and we'll just all take a small, brief leap of logic to make it so the rules can accommodate that, because at the end of the day, this is all about having fun, and as long as everyone's having fun, then I consider that a win. So, yeah, if at any point in time, there's something you want to do in the story, there's something about your character you wish to do, feel free to talk to me about it. Really, I will accommodate you without a doubt. Just ask Necro. I literally homebrewed an entire spell list for him because he wanted to play something that didn't exist. So
Yeah, he will help you a lot. I can guarantee that.
okay. All right then. Next as well, how I handle player narrative. So, I am the opinion that you are in control of your own story. Like I said, once you give me your backstory, I will do my best to inject that into the campaign as well and make sure it's included to the best of my abilities. But for the most part, I let you handle everything you want to do. I'm not going to be holding your hand as much. Well, I'm going to be holding your hand in terms of mechanics, but in terms of what you decide to do, that will be entirely up to you. Like, I'm not going to tell you when you should take a long or short rest. That's something you decide for yourself, and I'm not going to constrict you on that. Or if there's something you really want to do, then I'm not going to stop you. Like, there's nothing stopping you in this game. D&D is about a game of infinite possibilities, and so I like to do that as much as possible. Literally, there are no walls where you are. So, yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But yes, that is about me. If anything about that is undesirable to you, feel free to speak up now, or if there's something you'd like to ask about that, feel free to do so now as well.
Or forever hold your peace.
Yes, basically. Alright then. I suppose we'll move on from that then. Alright, now we move into the topic of ethics and the actual game itself. So, first and foremost, safety measures. If at any point in time during the campaign there is something that happens that just makes you incredibly uncomfortable, or you just completely do not like that for whatever reason, you can simply just say red light and the game itself will come to a complete halt. We'll stop what we're doing. We'll make sure that whoever felt uncomfortable will be comforted and is not felt bad over stopping the game in and of itself. Orange light if something is coming to a point where you're feeling uncomfortable, so that I have time to pull back, so we don't have to stop the session in its tracks and I still have a chance to just move away from that sort of topic. Green light, of course, is everything is all good. You don't have to talk. You don't have to verbally speak this. I completely understand. Some people just do not feel comfortable with that. So if at any point in time you can just in roll 20, you can whisper that to me, so only I can see that. Just type in WGM plus whatever you want to say, or you can DM me on Discord and I'll listen to that. Point is that you do not have to speak up or anything, as long as I'm aware of your current condition and there's something that you do not like. I will do my best to accommodate that. Everybody clear on that?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright then. That's good. Now, on to the topic of things that do make you uncomfortable. So, at this point that I would like to ask you guys, what type of topics or things that you just do not want to be included into the campaign?
I guess there's nothing.
I mean...
There's nothing I would say up front. May come up, but unlikely.
Okay. Yeah.
Whisper to the DM.
Sorry, what?
Whisper it to the DM.
What? I didn't hear you that well. Oh! Right. Yes, the green light is very nice. But yeah, of course you can bring up something in the future if something does make you uncomfortable, but I would greatly advise you think deeply about this sort of thing because some things can come up, and I will take this moment of silence that everything is alright. And this came up in the last session Necro was in, where everything was supposed to be allowed, but then something came up that he did that he didn't know about that apparently was not allowed, and then that ruined the group. So if there's something you do not wish to be included, feel free to speak now. Otherwise, I will take that as everything is a game.
I guess I'll just say anything really explicit in terms of sexually or that sort of thing would be not awesome for me.
Well, I would say just not interested.
Not sure if I need to say that, but I will just say that just to cover my bases, I guess.
Things I'm not interested in, but not that I wouldn't stop anyone. I wouldn't stop anyone else.
I guess this is a common thing for the female players, I suppose, sexual harassment and stuff, because it's a very villainous thing to do, sexual harass the female player characters. So if that's something that is uncomfortable to you, do tell me now, I guess.
But that goes back to, I would suggest that's a PvP consent thing.
Well, not PvP because NPCs.
No,
like
it's the same thing. You would have consent or don't.
Oh yeah, consent. Yeah, that's why I am asking now, because if you're not gonna bring that up as something you do not want to happen, then I'm gonna take that as a go. That's the point of this, basically.
The only thing I have a question on is just what is everybody's opinion on language? Like, swearing okay, occasionally, or never? Or is there any, words anybody absolutely...
I tend to use things like bugger, bloody, like colloquialism.
Okay.
That tends to fit the character. Well, this character, I love.
Fair. So, alright then, to ask on, to build on that, is everybody comfortable here with swearing? I'm aware nobody here is particularly young, so...
But yes, okay. I'm 53. I've got 3 kids,
okay.
Doesn't say it all.
Fair enough, alright then.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure, because I know in the UK, saying CUNT is a lot more common, and in America it's a lot more you shouldn't say that.
As I'm in the UK, I would say that's still one of the least liked swear words.
Okay.
One I would ever use.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is obviously the N-word is not okay for me, but...
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's a dark...
Obviously, yeah.
I don't foresee that coming up at all.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't think anybody here is going to be particularly upset over racial slurs on fantasy races. Unless that's just a thing you don't like, I guess.
I was going to ask that. None of you have a problem with racial slurs in...
Oh, yeah.
Because, I am playing a tiefling, probably. Not 100% yet, but... tiefling is one of the most hated, racist against, everybody racist against tieflings usually, and that kind of thing. So, none of you had a problem with that, right?
Nope.
I mean, in general, they just tend to be seen as more up to no good.
Oh, yeah. But I guess the question is, are you alright with fantasy racism? What are your thoughts on,
Yeah.
You don't like that?
I'm fine with anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the thing, because, NPCs that are racist might come up, that's a fairly common thing to come up in fantasy, so just wanted to make that clear.
Right. I mean, it's in the lore of the... Yeah, so, drows are also discriminated against.
Yeah, and half-elves sometimes, or half-orcs can be called, half-bloods, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, the half-races. Yeah. So, that's something that might come up. What about slavery? That is a topic that might come up as well, especially in a fantasy story. So, how comfortable is everyone with that?
Relatively fine.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Alright then. Then to something a bit more racy then. What about the topic of rape and sexual assault? How is everyone comfortable on that?
And that's a no for me.
Okay. Good.
I agree.
Alright then. See, now we're talking. Imagine if I didn't bring that up. That would have soured the experience a while. In some time. But yeah. Alright then. So I suppose then, to build off that, just so everyone is aware, this campaign is a bit more lighthearted in tone. It's very much just a go do this thing, go find the MacGuffin and get the treasure type of thing. I don't expect much deep or harsh topics to come up in this campaign because, like I said, it is a bit lighthearted. But if at any point in time it does come up, that is a good thing to keep in mind.
It's that, but because we're starting with the Dragon Heist, potentially moving on to the mod mages, including both, or just the first one?
I believe so. I haven't finished reading Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but I believe it's the same tone because they're meant to be played after each other.
Back to back.
Yeah.
So I suspect it's the same tone. There's not much that's gonna probably come up that's very racy in a typical dungeon crawl type adventure for Dragon of the Mad Mage and stuff. But yeah. So I suppose then we'll transition then into the game itself. Finally get to talk about the game, the thing that we came here to play. Yes. So this is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. One of my personal favorite campaigns, and in my opinion, the best module that has ever been published. This is a wonderful campaign that I greatly love. And yeah, after this, if everyone is still good to play, if everybody is still down, we will of course continue on to Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Dragon Heist will go from levels 1 to 5. I suspect anywhere between 10 to 20 sessions to finish this campaign. Then after that, we'll lead into Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which is a lot longer. It's going to be level 5 to level 20. We're going to be taking these characters all the way, hopefully, but that is a long, long road to take. I suspect anywhere between 2 to 3 years to finish that entire campaign from start to finish to level 20. It is very long, and I've heard stories of people playing through it and didn't finish for 4 years, so it's a very long campaign that is gonna last a while. So be sure, to anybody who has commitment issues, I guess bring that up now.
No, I don't have commitment issues.
I
feel like I've been cursed with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I've tried to play it like 4 or 5 times already, and it always fell through from others on the other ends. So
hopefully, it's not the same.
yeah.
This is what I should be telling my potential employer. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah,
Playing D&D.
Probably at level 17.
Yeah.
Basically. What are your multi-classing plans from here on out? Do you have mortgage on your multi-classing yet? Anyway, yes, so that is just one thing to keep in mind. Like I said, this Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign is meant to just be an introductory thing, so completely understand if somebody thinks that it's not for them, that they'll stop, and I completely understand that. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing. Next then, on to the game itself. We're going to be running things close to rules as written. Of course, like I said, I prioritize freedom, so I might just change things on the spot based on rulings, and there are just some rules that I'm not a fan of, like encumbrance. I don't think I've ever had encumbrance come up in a single time throughout my several years of playing D&D, or just a lot of stuff. There's there's a lot of very archaic rules that I'm not a fan of, but for the most part, we'll be running things rules as written. So keep that in mind. As for house rules, I only have one house rule. Well, two house rules, I guess. One house rule is that we're gonna be using potions as a bonus action, simply because if I don't use potions as a bonus action, you're not gonna use potions. I can tell you that right now. My players have been hoarding potions for ages. In one of my other campaigns, they have 100 potions, so they're never gonna use them because it's an action. So, just just gonna do that.
That's not my experience, but that's interesting.
Well, yes, fair enough, I guess. But just to encourage the use of potions, because otherwise most people are gonna hoard them, which I'm not a fan of. Because, well, that's the point of giving them to you. Like, you're gonna fight the big bad evil guy, and it's completely pointless to have 100 base potions with you at that point. So, yeah. As for the second house rule, it's simply the I don't know if any of you are aware of it, but Matt Mercer's rule on reincarnation and reviving people. I personally really like that, as it makes reviving people a bit more interesting. Yeah, it's not as simple as I cast a spell and now you're back alive. There's a bit more fanfare to it, because there should be. Your character died. So there should be something going on there, and so we'll be using that. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I will send the full ruling and links at some point, just so you can read up on it if you are not aware. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Jumping off of that then is player character death. So this is a big thing that a lot of people seem to worry about. I am of the opinion that I am not here to kill your characters, because if I do, then who's gonna play my damn game if I kill you off that easily? I don't get why people are so insistent on killing their players. It's incredibly silly. But yes, so I'm not actively gonna be killing you, but death is a thing that can happen.
Especially at level 1.
Yes, especially at level 1, it is incredibly brutal, so be sure to be cautious, play smart, and if you do anything stupid, then don't complain if you die. Like, if you're gonna jump into a pit of lava, then there's no amount of ruling I can help you there, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Somehow there's a shield around your body protecting you from the lava.
Of course, yes. Question on that. If a person dies and they wish to keep playing, do they start at the same level, or do they start at a lower level, or at 1?
Oh, you start at the same level as everyone in the party, because I don't understand the concept of having one player be lower level than the rest of the party. That sounds very counterintuitive. But yes, if you die and obviously if you want to keep playing, then make a new character of the same level as everyone else, depending on how far in the campaign we are. You might start out with more than equipment. We'll get through this when I talk about equipment, but like if you're level 5, I'll probably let you start with an uncommon magic item or an extra potion or extra gold, stuff like that, just to make sure everyone's on the same level, because it sucks really badly when you die and you want to make a new character, but you don't want to do that because then you won't have all the cool stuff you have from your character you're playing now, so that's just to keep in mind, I guess. Alright then, so speaking of, we'll be using milestone leveling. Surprise, surprise, I don't think I've seen anybody play with XP for several years now, so...
I'm actually playing in a campaign right now with XP system. It's pretty cool.
Really?
It's pretty cool.
That's so interesting. Huh, how is that going?
Actually, it's going pretty cool. We all level at the same rate, though, so... It makes us all excited when we reach, like, the last 1,000 or 2,000 XP to the level, you know? Like, oh my god, we can't wait!
Can't wait, time to go murder hobo and kill random people for the XP.
Or be as creative as we can.
Yes. That's cool though, understandable. I guess that's a lot of work for me. I've tried it once before and I did not like it. the amount of work it takes into calculating XP as a DM is
We have some
very annoying.
math geniuses that can calculate really quickly for us, so there has not been any problems so far. Just the DM just says 1,000 XP to all of you, or something like, or 750 XP for all of you.
That's nice. Great, glad you're enjoying it. Unfortunately, even though I am Asian, I'm not that big a fan of math, so...
I hate math, so I'm really glad other people calculate it for me.
If you need any help, I got a calculator and I'm an engineer. So I can do
Nice.
lots of estimates on weights and dimensions and whatnot.
Oh, that will be very helpful.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Nice. Looks like we won't have arguments on who's gonna be splitting up loot, I guess, since math. But, yeah. That's nice. Alright then, moving on. For generating your stats. So, we'll not be rolling for your stats as much as I like the idea of randomness and rolling for your stats. It can be a bit unbalanced. So we will instead be using we're going to be using an expanded point buy table, where, for all of you who aren't aware of point buy, you start out with a pool of points, and you can increase a certain stat by an amount using the points you have until, well, you've built your array of stats. For this point buy expanded version, the maximum that you can raise a stat is 17 instead of 15, and you start out with extra points. To be specific, you start out with 37 points instead. I will send you a link to a point buy calculator just to make it easier. So sorry.
I've just posted one, but I'll leave it for you.
Oh, nice. No, go ahead and post that again, I guess. That's pretty helpful. I don't have to. No worries, yeah. Thank you for that. So yeah, just keep those in mind. The maximum is 17, and the amount of points you have is 37. So that is how we'll be deciding points. So just easier, and everyone is balanced in a way. Because, like I said, feels bad when you roll three fours for your stats. That would be pretty sucky. So anyway, then alignment. I don't have any. I don't really care much about alignment. I think you can play your character however you want, no matter what alignment. I am of the opinion that alignment is for you as a player to write down, so you have a easy tool to remember how your character is supposed to act. But I'm not gonna be that big of a police on that. If you want to play a paladin who's chaotic evil, then go ahead, I guess. So, I mean, well, no, not evil, because another rule, no evil characters. I simply don't allow evil characters here at my table unless we're playing an evil campaign. I might make an exception if I know you well enough that you can play an evil character and still not be a disruptive member of the group. But just for flat out, if you're just starting out and I don't know you that well, then no evil characters, because it can be pretty problematic. Because you can play an evil character, but most people default to murder hobo, and that's not fun for anybody. So,
Literally zero fun.
yes, zero fun. Next, homebrew. I mentioned this as a post. I allow homebrew with review. Of course, I want to look through it, make sure it's balanced, and if it isn't balanced, I'll tweak it around a bit. Once again, this came up before with the whole helping you build your character type of thing. I'm very lenient. I want you to play the character you want to play. I want you to have the fantasy you want to play. So don't be afraid to bring that up with me, and I'll be sure that you get to play with whatever you want with review, of course.
He really does that, by the way. I can vouch for him about that. Like, Kina helps a lot about the homebrew things like that.
Oh, thank you. I made an entire spell list for him, and it took me so long to make that spell list for him. So, yes. So that's just something to keep in mind.
But the whole context, I was playing a necromancer bard
Yes. And for those who are unaware, bards don't get that many necromancer spells, so
Pretty much not.
yeah, I had to do that for him. Alright then. Any questions on ruling, stuff like that? How we're gonna run things?
Optional rules from Tasha's?
Oh, yeah. Everything official is allowed, so everything from Tasha's is allowed, everything from Van Richten's is allowed, those optional is completely fine. You can use those.
Excellent.
Hit points, I think you said we're going roll, and if it's below fix, then you go with fix.
Yep. So, yeah, we're going to be rolling for HP, and if you roll below the average for the fixed HP system, then you just take that amount. What this often does, I really like this, because one, it makes sure that nobody gets screwed with HP, so we don't get a barbarian who has like 30 health at level 5, so it just makes sure that everyone is at an adequate level, but there's still the element of randomness, so that it's not always the same every time you play a class, I guess. So yeah. I will be using that. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Right then. Very good. I'll take that as an affirmative.
Any races or anything that you don't want, or...
Well, anything official, I completely allow. I do not put restrictions on that. If it's an official race, once again, if it's homebrew, I'll look through it. But yeah, feel free to play whatever you want. Of course, do keep in mind the place your race has in the lore. Like, if you're going to play a Yuan-Ti Pureblood, a lot of people are going to be racist against you and are probably not ever going to trust you. Yeah. If you play, like, an Arakocra, you're probably not going to fit in that well. So yeah, just as long as you're aware of the ramifications of playing those races, I guess, it's up to you.
Custom lineage as well?
Oh, yep. That's completely fine. Custom lineages. There's the ancestry from Von Richten's also is allowed as well, so yeah. Oh, that is allowed.
What about materials?
Sorry?
Spell materials.
Spell materials. Yep. So, rules as written, of course. If there is a gold cost to the material, you're going to need to get it for yourself. Usually, pretty lenient on that. In fact, if there is a particular spell you want to cast and has a material component, tell me beforehand, and I'll make sure that it's part of the loot that you find throughout dungeons. Things like that. So, feel free to go ham. Yeah. Anything specific on spells and stuff. Don't put any restrictions on that. Yeah. And of course, you're at liberty to tweak any flavor about your race, about your class. You have all the... everything is up to you, I guess, when it comes to your class and race. So, nothing to worry on that. Alright, so... everybody good? Everybody alright with everything that has been said so far?
Yep.
Alright then. Sounds good. Then we shall move into the actual game itself. Oh yeah, for those of you... I have given you your character sheets in your journal. You don't have to do anything with that yet. I'll run you through that after we've discussed everything and we'll start talking characters. But just for all of you who have decided already. But yeah. Now, we'll be moving into the game itself. So, once again, this is Waterdeep Dragon Heist, your classic heist-style campaign where you have been invited to the grand city of Waterdeep to find a friend of the famous Volotham Gedarn. Yes, the Volo himself, the writer of Volo's Guide to Monsters, the book that is available. During this short adventure, you shall be embroiled in the political intrigue that involves the city itself, as various factions are moving behind the scenes to find the grand treasure using Stone of Galore. And it is up to you, our fair heroes, to make sure they don't get it, because otherwise, if they do, then that is the end of Waterdeep itself. Once again, this campaign is fairly lighthearted. Don't expect too many dark themes on that. It once again goes up from level 1 to 5, so plan your characters accordingly. Next, though, the big thing about this adventure is the fact that it is wildly different based on the type of season you play in. And this is something we have to discuss, a very fun aspect we have to discuss, because not only does not only does the game itself change on what season you play in, summer, spring, autumn, or winter, but it also changes the big bad evil guy you will be fighting, and effectively changes which enemy you'll be facing throughout the campaign. And so it is at this point that I will now explain the various seasons so that we can make a decision. So, up first is spring. Spring is a very, very wonderful season to play in, and one of my personal favorites. During spring, a lot of the stores and shops will be open a lot longer into the night, so you don't have to worry about things closing. Stores will tend to be stocked up, fully fresh with a lot of different things. Food will be a lot cheaper since it is plentiful. Generally, life in the city will be your expected city life of fun, sunshine, and everything like that. In addition, during spring, you shall be facing off against Xanathar, the Crime Lord Beholder. Yes, the Xanathar from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. He is one of my personal favorite villains, and one I very greatly enjoy. He is in charge of the Xanathar Guild, a group of thugs, basically your stereotypical mafia in Waterdeep. Next. I should have kept these notes. Hold on, let me find, because I forget the specifics on this. Is it spring, or is it summer, or autumn? Choose your villain. One moment, please. Where is it? There we go. Yep, so Xanathar is spring. Next is I believe, although this wasn't written that well. Okay, cool. So, next is summer. The summer season is similar to spring. A lot of shops will be open a lot longer as well. Food prices, everything else in the shops will tend to be a lot cheaper as well. You might see a lot less people compared to spring, as general life will tend to go back into the bustling season, as people tend to just go back to work. I guess it's kind of the opposite sort of thing, but yeah. In addition to this, you shall be facing off against the Castellanters, a group of nobles in Waterdeep. They are a rather interesting bunch that I cannot reveal much, but for the most part, they are nobles, and so do keep that in mind. If you do decide to play with Summer against the Castellanters, things will be a lot more focused on intrigue and just being part of the noble culture. So, for anybody who wishes to play a noble character, you might shine in this type of adventure. Next, it is fall, or autumn, I guess. Yes, autumn. In autumn, farms will be bountiful. City folk will be starting to hoard food. So while things might not be as cheap as they were before, a lot of people will be rather busy during autumn, and so that might reflect in the campaign itself. In addition to this, you shall be facing off against one of my personal favorite villains, Jarlaxle Banery, a drow who is in charge of an assassin's guild of sorts, consisting of more drow themselves. This is a bit more of a interesting version of the campaign itself, simply because, well, you'll be dealing with an assassin's guild, and for all of you who are not aware of assassin's guild, it's not gonna be that easy to find anything about them, so do keep that in mind. But of course, Jarlaxle is simply a villain that I adore and think is absolutely wonderful. Now, lastly, winter, and the one I hope you don't choose at all, for one simple reason: because winter life absolutely sucks. A lot of stores are going to be closed. Food is going to be a lot more expensive because people are hoarding. And in addition, the villain that you'll be fighting against is Manchun, the boss, the wizard boss of the Zentarim, another mafia-ish sort of group. They're kind of a bit of a combination between mafia and a bit more of an assassin's guild of sort as well. They are similar to Xanathar's guild in that they often compete for the city itself. But the reason I am not a fan of this is because Manchun is your stereotypical. You don't face this big bad evil guy until the very end, and you basically don't know anything about him until the very end. So, if that is not something you enjoy, then I would suggest veering away from that. But for the most part, you're free to choose whatever you want. And so, with that being said, any questions? Any thoughts?
Okay. First question about the art in the game page. In the Roll20.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, I know who's the Xanathar, but who's the other guys from
So,
the other
Yep. So Xanathar is that crime lord beholder in the back. That guy, that drow with the really cool hat is Jarlaxle, and the two nobles around him are the Castellanters. And I believe that's not Manchun. I'm not sure. 'Cause I never bothered looking up his art. No, I did know his art, but he looks very different from that. Because that looks like Thanos. I don't think Thanos is in this game.
Yeah, he does look like a purple raisin for some reason.
Yep. I don't think he's in this game.
Just put the Infinity Stars to his glow. It's just Thanos.
Yes.
Could it be the because I've watched my friends play this once before. I don't remember much of it, but I remember that there was something in the game that looked like this.
I believe, yeah, it's something to do with the treasure itself. I just can't remember off the top of my head who that is really, but the glove he is wearing, I believe, is the Stone of Galore. But yeah, so any questions, any thoughts?
I would avoid winter simply because my other game is Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Oh yeah,
So-
I'm in that one as well at the moment.
Really enjoying that one. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't want to play Winter, right?
Okay, nice. Good then, because that's the one I did want to run as well, because I'm not a fan of winter.
Other
So
than
then-
that, I have no preference.
What about everyone else?
I don't care.
Okay then, very productive.
Good with either summer or autumn.
I don't mind
What
either way.
about well? Yes, go ahead.
Summer, autumn is fine.
All right, sounds good. Gotta make a decision, guys, since you're going to be the one playing through it.
Why not Autumn for Jorlax? Because I want to meet him.
Sure.
Okay. Everybody all right for that? Playing through Autumn?
Yep.
All right then. I guess we'll lock that in. We'll be playing through Autumn of. Just saw that necro. Of course, you drew at the point.
I just realized it
But,
it also plays into my character being asked to leave the magical academy if the school starts in September and she's asked to leave in like October or something in the fall. Kind of fits.
Fair enough. All right then. I guess that's very fitting. So I will be locking that in. We will be playing through Autumn. Very nice. That will be very exciting then. Alright, so we will now move on into discussing characters. What is everyone wanting to play for this adventure?
Well, I can go. I'm looking at a halfling, possibly custom, rogue, not largely rogue, soul knife, but with early ranger levels. So you'll be 3 levels of ranger, 2 of rogue by the end of this one. I'm looking at urban bounty hunter background. She's kind of built around that. He's a finder of lost things, people, and hats, basically. From Daggerford, probably.
Very cool. That sounds really interesting.
As a rogue, but leaning to the range as a sort of a, tracker type. But, like detective type. But then go into the rogue soul knife stuff later. But it's going to be sort of just things that he sort of picks up or naturally develops. It's not like trained.
Very nice then.
Yeah.
In terms of party composition, are you going to be like in the back using a long range weapon, or
going to be eventually throwing his psychic blades?
Okay, sounds awesome. What about the rest of you guys?
Before that, can I ask something about your character? Did I get it correctly? You will be a guy that find other persons, other people, right?
Yeah, basically, think of like a private investigator.
Okay, that's great, because the background I was thinking about my character is her uncle is missing. She's looking for him, so that would be great.
We can tie those together for sure. Yeah.
And then, so what about the rest of you?
You go first.
Cantrip master.
I'm gonna
be multi-classing into, starting with sorcerer. I'm gonna be multi-classing into a wizard and a warlock, and I'm gonna be taking as many cantrips as I can with as many different damage types for them. So the idea for the backstory, like I mentioned before, is that she was asked to leave, in quotation marks, her magical academy in Waterdeep, if there is one, because she apparently wasn't powerful enough to learn the spells. So she decided to show them her middle fingers and master the basics. Show them that they can also be useful, not just spells.
Very nice. And you said you're going to be starting out as a sorcerer, right?
Yes, Divine Soul for cleric cantrips, and Variant Human for the Magic Initiative feat Bard for Bard cantrips.
Vicious Mockery indeed. Huh.
Yep.
I'm curious though, since you're effectively gonna be multi-classing into wizard as well, what's gonna be your priorities here? Charisma, intelligence, wisdom, or
charisma and constitution right now, but I think intelligence as well for a bit later on. I want to max charisma first, because warlock and sorcerer are both charisma based.
Very nice. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure on that, because that would mean that for your sorcery, for your wizard spells, you'll be using a different attribute, basically. So
yeah.
Very nice.
Going School of Evocation up to level 6 for potent cantrip.
Oh wow. Very interesting.
I think that's under the School of Evocation, or is it just a general wizarding 6th level?
Oh no, wizards don't get any feature like that. I believe that is evocation, yeah.
Okay, so I'm also not gonna be able to friendly fire you guys. I think with evocation.
That would be helpful, yes. What about your warlock? What kind of patron will you be thinking of?
Hexblade, so I can use armor.
of Agathis. Very nice. That's really cool.
No, I think just let me check. I have a level 20 thingy. I tend to do.
Wow, okay.
I tend to do level 20s so I can plan ahead, like what I want. You know.
Very nice.
X-Blade get medium and shield, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, proficiency in that, as well as martial weapons, I think.
Yeah.
Or,
So,
oh wait, no, it's I think
Martial.
yeah, not sure, but something like that.
let me see.
I love Hexblade as
The
an
Hexblade,
RPG
yeah.
purposes. It has very, very open opportunities, I should say.
You can play Smeagol. Gollum from Lord of the Rings with that.
And I'm
Yeah, you can
absolutely
do that.
planning to take Devil's Sight as one of my Eldritch invocations.
Very nice. Very useful. So what's your plan here? Just take one level of sorcerer and multi-class into the rest?
4 levels of sorcerer, 4 levels of warlock, 6 levels of wizard, then back 6 levels of sorcerer.
Very nice.
And
Sounds
Pact of the Tome for more cantrips, yay!
very nice. Jeez, this could be a lot of cantrips.
If I planned it correctly, and I think I did, I would get 19 cantrips by level 20.
Jeez.
All the cantrips!
Yes, so many cantrips. That's a lot.
I mean, I'm already
Oh.
starting with 6, so...
Oh, right! You're starting off with 6 sorcerer and the feat, so that's a lot, man. Well, very nice then. So what about the rest of you now that we've covered that?
Okay, I go next then. I am playing a bard. I don't know where to go yet. I will go to eloquence when we reach to level 3, but I don't know after that. I didn't plan that ahead. As in, I'm a tiefling bard, by the way. Named Belia. Other than that, my backstory is, at least now, I can change it before the session 1, but my uncle is missing for some reason, and he was lost in the Waterdeep, so I am as a side mission. I am trying to find him also, because he's really like the kind of the uncle, very funny, very helpful to the kid kind of guy. He is the guy who teach me the magics and things like that. So I'm trying to find him as a backstory in Waterdeep. That's all.
Very nice. How do you plan? What kind of bard do you intend to be playing? Like Bordish or like?
What-ish?
Oh no, like supportish, or are you gonna be in the backline? Like asking on what party role specifically you're gonna be trying to do.
I am not sure yet, but I could do either. Like, I can be a ranged character, or I can just go in front. I don't know, probably in front.
Yeah, what as like his bard. Bard is so customizable. You could play any kind of bard. So because the sky's the limit with that. So yeah, cool. Eloquence bard, very useful. And that leaves the two of you. What do you guys want to play? Two Americans, I guess.
Is it me and who else?
You and Rusty now, I believe.
I can go unless Rusty, do you have something chosen already?
We can't hear you, Rusty, if you're talking.
I mean, I can go over some ideas, but I was just kind of waiting to fill the cracks. Basically, I was thinking of either playing a melee-based cleric, so I was thinking of light domain and war domain, or a fighter, since I think there's going to be a lot of lower hit point people in this group. And if I do a fighter, I was thinking of doing the Psy Warrior or a Rune Knight.
Very cool. We still can't hear you, Rusty. Can you hear us?
It's just put something in chat.
Oh, I did. Oh yeah, I did respond to that. Weird.
I restarted Discord and that's not.
Yeah. Discord can be weird sometimes. So yeah, both of those options.
Yeah, I think you don't need to write to him.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Just want to make sure. So yeah, it sounds like pretty cool so far. Cleric or fighter.
Alright. He said he wanted to be a monk or a genie warlock brawler.
Ooh. Okay. Seems pretty good as well. So yeah, suppose narrow down the okay, he left, and let's see if he comes back. So yeah, Waffle, what do you prefer, I guess? Either the cleric or the fighter?
Thinking probably the cleric, just because, well, I guess bards can also heal. Yeah.
Hear me now.
Isn't Renfrey? Is it Renfrey?
Yes, Renfrey. I'm Divine Soul Sorcerer, yeah, but I can learn a few healing spells, yeah.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I just
Discord can be weird sometimes. Yeah, no worries. No worries.
So yeah, I was thinking either for myself, either a monk or I had an idea for a genie warlock.
I love genie warlocks.
Brawler. Yeah, they're fun. They seem fun. I haven't played it before. So
You can get Wish at level 17. That's pretty cool.
I saw that.
I'm playing one right now in the Rime of the Frost Maiden. I'm at level 6. I can finally fly.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Fly and shoot.
And
those
I
little,
took the genie for my patron, so at level 8 I get greater invisibility.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was gonna do the genie as well. It's so what I've heard so far is a rogue, a bard, a sorcerer, and a cleric. So it seems like we're short on the frontline folk.
I can do fighter or cleric.
Well, I can do, and I'm happy to do a monk. Also, a dwarf barbarian was another possibility.
Oh,
Yes.
that's very cool.
Maybe I'll just go with that to kind of help balance out the group a bit.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Well, here's the thing. To make it clear, regardless of what you play, I will be sure to design things with this assumption. Like, if there is no one who can effectively heal in the party, I'll be sure to hand out more healing potions and stuff. If somebody in the party, if there's like a front line missing in the party, I'll probably hand out items that could help with that. Basically, don't worry too much about party comp and play what you want.
Okay. Well, that being said, I might go ahead and do my Genie Warlock then.
He,
I've been wanting to do that for a while.
You said brawler. How do you intend to build a brawler?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna. Since we have such a generous point buy, I was gonna do the variant human and take the unarmed fighting, the fighting initiate feat, and then if you are okay with it, so one of the options there is a packed weapon. And if you were okay with it, I was going to use my fists as my packed weapon.
Oh, that's so cool!
Build off of that, you get a little extra damage, as the Genie Warlock. And anyway, I was just going to sort of. It's kind of a weird combination, but.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you want to be specifically a weapon, something like knuckle dusters or something.
Okay, yeah.
Up to you. If you don't want to be just specifically... If you want it specifically your fist, it's fine as well.
Isn't one of the vessels a ring? It could be the ring.
Exactly, that's what I was
thinking. Yes.
That
I
works.
wanted to play Genie Warlock just because I can have basically a bag of holding as my vessel.
Right.
That's one of the things that drew me to playing the Genie Warlock.
There's a lot of fun stuff there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, of course it'd be
and at
completely
level
fine
11, I think you can invite your whole party inside for...
Exactly. We can have a little party inside the ring.
Yay!
Basically make short resting so much easier with that.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say for me it'll be new. I am really kind of unfamiliar. I've never played a spellcaster at all before, so that whole process will be a learning experience for me. But
if you want, if you have any questions about the Genie Warlock, you know where to find me.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, no worries on that. Thankfully, warlocks are you only get 2 spell slots, so probably it's a lot easier to get into the swing of things.
Yeah, and you get them back on short rest, so that's even better.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so no worries on that front. Definitely. Yeah, sorry.
So warlock, did you decide?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do my my Genie Warlock brawler.
Okay.
Right then, so that leaves you, Waffle.
Okay. Well then, I suppose I will try. I'll go with a Twilight cleric, I guess. They can wear heavy armor. They have some healing, and some utility.
Very nice. Yeah, Twilight Cleric's very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Very powerful. Very powerful. You just realize they get 300 feet of dark vision, I think?
That they can share with others once a day, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the characters in the Rime of the Frostwind played this, but at level 2 or 3 decided it was too broken, too OP for that setting.
It is a very powerful cleric class.
So he went with another. So he went with a paladin, I think.
On that note, I might actually want something a little more challenging. I'll go with a Psy Warrior.
Ooh, okay.
So he'll be a fighter. Probably thinking of half orc.
Ooh. Oh wow.
But I'll see. I think I made a rough draft of this fighter when I wasn't sure what races you could play. So.
Yeah. Really cool then. So we got 2 Psy-themed characters in the party. That will be interesting. Alright. So, I guess that is all decided then. We've all picked our characters. We have a sorcerer, a bard, a fighter, a warlock, and a rogue. your multi-classing in mind in the future, but for now, that is the current party. So I guess nice. That has been decided. You have your character sheets. Feel free to fill that out at your own pace. Like I said, you have until next week. Right now, if you want to get started building your character, I am here to help because I understand that Roll20 is a bit of a challenge sometimes. So if you have any questions, feel free to do that now.
Can we use the D&D Beyond character sheets?
Oh yeah, that's completely fine.
I have
Feel free to use
Beyond 20, so it actually rolls on Roll20.
Okay, that's good. That's completely fine. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you have that, as long as it's fine with you, no worries on that front. The only reason I really like, just do be sure to send me a link to your character sheet and stuff so I can look over it and stuff like that. But yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna make it on Roll20 as well, just...
Well, at least if you put the description bit in so we can see it.
Oh yeah. Stuff like that. So yeah, up to you guys on that. Feel free to get started on that now since we do have like a bit of time before I have to go. But yeah, that will be our party. Very nice.
So if it's 37 points for point buy, for D&D Beyond, if you do point buy, it doesn't let you change that. But once you make the character, you can click on the stat and override the score. You just have to...
you can also you can just like there's a option for manual, I believe, where you can just encode the actual stats
or you
themselves.
can do manual.
Yeah, and like use the point buy calculator, the link incentive links for that. So up to you. Yeah, then. Any questions? Any concerns?
For the first level, do you start off with the max hit points?
Yep.
Adjustments? Okay.
Yep. Always start with max HP at level 1 with your con mod and stuff.
Okay.
That is it.
Yeah. If you need to calculate anything like fixed HP, first level is whatever the max is plus your con mod, and then after that it's whatever you roll plus your con, or if you're going fixed, divide by 2 plus 1, and then your con mod. So like half of a D8 is 5 instead of 4.
That's an interesting calculation. I didn't realize that. I don't think it worked for barbarians, because I believe the fix for barbarians is 10, and they have a 12 hit dice.
So are you able to just import your sheet from D&D Beyond into Roll20? Or no, you just is it best to just kind of copy over the info?
There is a way for that, I believe, actually. If you have like a character sheet, if you have your character sheet in your character vault, because that's a weird thing about it. Yeah, you can import it. I believe I allowed importing. Let me check the settings for the campaign real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can import your character sheet, tell me and I'll like make sure it's all right and stuff.
Yeah, I've got it in D&D Beyond.
Oh, is it D&D Beyond or?
Well, that's where I've built. Like, I have a character sheet fleshed out in there, but I can just remake it in the Roll20 if.
No worries. Whichever is more comfortable with you.
Yeah, if you need to manually make it on the right side, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Roll20, but the third button at the top, you can basically use it as a search bar and type in like rage if you're a barbarian, and drag it and drop it onto the character sheet. So any spells or class abilities or whatnot should be in there.
I didn't know that.
The problem with that, however, is that like for books like Tasha's or things that aren't unlocked by the DM, you might not have access to them.
Yeah.
So there are limitations. So I don't own any of the books on Roll20 because that is too expensive to buy them again.
Okay. That'll be a problem.
Yeah, that's why manual. Because I do enjoy the manual encoding of Roll20. Because like I said, I allow homebrew. So if you do homebrew, you'll have to like manually encode them anyway. I like the customizability of it. Check the settings. Yes, I did allow importing of your character. So if you have like a character vault in your Roll20 thing.
Do you know how I do that?
I believe. Oh, D Beyond. I don't think there's a way to do it in D Beyond.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's for because Roll20 has a character vault system as well, similar to D&D Beyond, where you can just make characters in Roll20 and like import them to other campaigns.
Gotcha.
So that's what it is. Unfortunately, not for D&D Beyond. Do you have what is it? Is it the extension? What is it called? Beyond 20. Do you have Beyond 20?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that should be fine then. You can use that for rolling and stuff.
Okay.
Yep. Suppose since while we're here, I am curious, what is everybody expecting from this campaign?
Like what? I don't.
What are your expectations and stuff? Like, what do you expect from this campaign?
I don't
Or-
know. It's
For
so
me,
open-ended question. Like I don't know how to answer that.
Waffle?
just having fun, and then I like both combat and story equally.
Very nice. What about the rest of you?
I want to see how far I can get with the cantrip master and also to role play and combat. I like both of those and exploration.
Very nice. Keep that in mind. And yes, it will be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen specifically a cantrip master before, so exciting for that.
You know me, I like the RP part a lot more than the other parts, but not like I don't like combats or anything. And I want to see where the story ends. My character story, the old character stories and all.
Very nice.
You know me, Kina, I like the story.
I am aware. Yes. I'm aware. No worries. You and your bards. It will be an interesting day when you finally decide to not play a bard.
Yeah, in the future maybe. Not yet.
In the future, after your 50th bard, you'll finally branch out into a different class.
It's like it's like the where are you seeing in yourself after 5 years?
Still a bard.
Probably my 38 bard.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Can I ask where you guys live? Just like it sounds like maybe you were across the globe a little bit. I'm not sure where.
I think we're all on.
Where everybody else. Yeah.
Because
we only have 2 Americans on the call. Is that right? So
yes.
I'm just curious where everybody lives. Yeah. If you feel comfortable saying, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm in Colorado mountain town.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I'm from Slovenia.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm the UK. You didn't hear?
Yeah, the accent. Yeah.
I was
really
gonna guess.
Yes. I'm in the Philippines right now, so I am in Asia.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am not.
I've always wanted to visit.
It's very nice. I'm only half Filipino. I'm still white, which is always weird in an Asian country. I am a 6'3" white guy in Asia, so you know.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Celebrity status.
Yes.
And I am from Turkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm so. You know me, Necro. I have to make the joke of when's Thanksgiving when I hear you say that.
Yeah, it wasn't funny in the first time.
Thank you. Then
That's awesome.
that's all I think of. That's all. You have to say it every time you say it.
I'm living in a bird.
Yes. A bird. It's always Thanksgiving
That's
there.
awesome. Yeah, I have some friends in the Philippines. I've always wanted to visit there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's really hot though. Like I think
Yeah.
really hot. What is it in Fahrenheit? 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, is the regular temperature here. So
Yeah, I hear you. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, which is desert. So,
oh right.
you know, during the summers, it's 110, 115, you know, at its worst. So,
Jeez, yeah, it's gotta be hot. Yeah. Speaking of, I guess everybody comfortable with like sharing their age, because I know everyone's age, but the others might not.
36.
I'm 53.
I'm 51.
Oh wow.
Only by 2.
Gonna be 30 in like a week or so.
Come on, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Yeah,
Thank you.
big signing.
21.
Oh wow. Baka, how about you?
36.
6?
Wow, so well spoken.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
I try my best.
Fair enough, I guess. Oh man. I am also 21, same as Necro, so we're children here. Hopefully that's not too much of a problem.
Nah. I mean, I'm basically still a child myself, so I never grew up.
Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, that will be very interesting. Oh, you sent your character sheet. Nice. I'll look over this.
How did you send that character sheet?
Shareable link on D&D Beyond.
Oh, shareable link.
Yeah, once you can click the cogwheel next to your name, and
Yeah.
it should pop up there. Where's the spells?
I see.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot of spells. Guidance. You took a lot of
Cantrips?
Yeah,
I mean,
good
of
thing.
course I did. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, a lot of just cleric cantrips, fittingly enough. Oh wow, those are sorcerer cantrips. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Divine
Divine Soul.
Soul.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was about like, yeah, makes sense now. That's really cool.
And now I have radiant damage, thunder damage, necrotic damage, and psychic damage so
Psychic.
far.
Funnily enough, the most common damage of fire is not present yet. That's interesting.
Not yet. It will get there. Also,
Very
Eldritch
nice.
Blast.
Ah, yes, the Eldritch Blast.
Bread and butter of a warlock.
Yes. And any spellcaster that can get that cantrip with the invocations, because invocations is what makes it so good.
Mm.
So cool, though. Oh, you took Dissonant Whispers as your bard spell.
Yep.
That's right. Very interesting. I'm surprised you took Bane instead of Bless. Very unique.
I'm a chaotic person, so I chose chaos, it gave me Bane.
Fair enough. Oh, right. That's really cool, though. Like, it's such a shame. Like, everybody always forgets about Bane because Bless is technically better, but still a really good spell.
Yeah. I know. I'm playing in a campaign that they use Blast every now and then with tougher fights.
Yeah, it's really useful. This is really useful, though, because it's one of the only ways you can subtract from enemy saving throws. Really nice. Alright, sent Will. I'll check that out. Oh yeah, so you picked the Jin for your patron?
Yes.
Very nice.
The
Is that
Jin
air?
Genie Air, yes. I took he's my character's godfather actually.
Oh wow. Amazing. So cool. Huh. This is what do genies get? Oh yeah, they get those thunder spells and stuff.
Yes.
And greater invisibility at level 8.
That is so useful. What the hell?
I think you can only get that through the Jin.
Yeah, it's really good though.
It's why I took it. I wanted to go Merit because cold resistance, but didn't offer the greater
fair enough.
invisibility.
True. I
And-
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Ifriti is also pretty cool. You get a lot of blasty spells.
Yeah, but they're evil.
Yeah, fair enough, I suppose.
I'm a chaotic neutral person, so I went with Genie because we go along well.
Fair enough. Thunderwave, Gust of Wind, Wind Wall. Okay. Teaming, very nice. Oh, you get great food and water at level 5. That's so random, but so good.
Especially if we're down in the dungeons, where you don't
right.
get access to food or water.
Yeah, true. So cool. And of course, Wish. Wish is so good. I'm glad they get Wish.
Don't we get like a partial wish only? Not a full wish?
Yeah.
The spell Wish as well at level 17 is part of your spell list. But that too, the limited wish, man. I love the GD Warlock just because of that.
Yeah, I can't
So
wait.
cool.
I think we're only going to play up to level 15, so I don't think I'll ever
Shame.
come to that. Yeah, I'll definitely play
Shame.
it again. This character because I like her.
Fair enough. Limited wish. That's so cool. Sanctuary vessel, elemental gift. Ah. Oh wow! Unarmed fighting makes. I forgot about that. It makes your unarmed strikes d8s. That's really cool.
Yes. Plus strength, plus you get an extra 2 damage as the Genie Warlock.
Oh right! Awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out my character. I'm still kind of on the fence on cleric and fighter. I would like to do a paladin, but
It's combined too.
I don't know if what your rules are on it. Like,
What do you mean?
because they're supposed to be lawfully good. So is it like, do you normally do that for paladins? Do you want like a whole backstory about what they're fighting for and everything, or
You can-
Can...
You can, you can play whatever kind of character you want. I think it's silly to limit paladins to lawful good. Like, you can play a chaotic evil Oath of Vengeance paladin or Oath of Conquest paladin. You can play a chaotic good Oath of Glory paladin who swore an oath to a fertility goddess and is now just playing a horny bard, but a paladin. So take liberties at all, completely. Feel free to decide what you want to play.
We were just talking about this just before the session, right?
Yes. Like I said, I'm not a stickler for alignment. I think it's a bit silly to put a label on how a character is supposed to act, because characters are supposed to change and shift. So, like I said, play whatever you want.
I mostly play chaotic, good or neutral characters because I love. I mean, we have so much fun. In another campaign we call ourselves the Chaos Crew. There's 3 of us that are just so chaotic, and then there's another player that we can just imagine him face palming every time we start doing stuff like that. So instead of, we didn't go for the Chaos Crew as our group name, we went for the Motley Few, but still, it fits.
Very nice. Very, very fitting. I think Necro can tell you all about the chaos of the group that he was in prior.
I love chaos.
Yeah, it was
Very much so. Yeah. Sure, you might like wild magic sorcerer.
I actually play
just for the chaos.
in Curse of Strahd. I'm playing a wild magic sorcerer and graviturgy wizard multiclass fairy. And she's
Wow.
random as F. Like an NPC offered another NPC a revolver, right? And she climbed into it because she's from a circus. She thought it was a mini cannon for a circus performance, you know. And I'm abusing the wild magic feature because the DM said I can use it retroactively for advantage on stuff, you know. So I'm just abusing it with a D10,000 table. It's so much fun.
D1000 table? What the hell?
10,000.
10,000 table?
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool,
I'm abusing it because
man.
it's so much fun, and because in character she doesn't know better. She was never taught any magic. She's just doing whatever she taught herself, you know. And it fits into her character.
I can only imagine how long that would take. Like, I rolled 1,996. I have to look through this page of all the different effects now.
I actually just do the search thingy for it.
Okay. That's a lot easier then. Fair enough.
Control F, write down the number that I rolled.
That is better, yes. That is so cool, though.
One time I made everyone within 30 feet of the target bold. And I was like 35 feet away from me, so I'm the only one in my party not bold at the moment.
Jesus. That is amazing. The chaos with Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Yeah, it's exactly why I decided to try Wild Magic Sorcerer, because she's a fairy, you know. They're mischievous and stuff.
Very, very chaotic. Speaking of, Waffle, you were thinking of Paladin. What kind of Paladin were you even thinking of playing?
I don't know. I haven't looked into... I know some of the types, but I haven't looked through which one I would want to try.
Fair enough. But yeah, if you want to play Paladin, no worries on that. What do Paladins get? I haven't looked through Paladin in so long.
They get healing and good hit points.
Yeah. Ooh.
Smiting.
Right. Smiting, yes. Who needs spell slots when you have smite slots?
Yeah. I'm playing an Oath of the Crown Paladin for another campaign.
Oh, isn't that the... Yeah, it's the utility Paladin.
The fighter cavalier / thingy, that I can command others to come duel me within 30 feet. They can't attack others, I think, or they do with a disadvantage. Compelled duel, yeah. And
Compelled duel,
Yeah, Champion Challenge is a bonus action. I issue a challenge that compels other creatures to do battle with you. And Turn the Tide is a bonus action. I can bolster injured creatures with your channel divinity, like 1d6 plus my charisma modifier to heal them.
Oh wow! I'll
link the thingy in the general.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
using.
on the thing now. It's really cool.
Yeah, I liked it because my fighter that I wanted to make into a cavalier, like Sentinel or something, Polar Master, just a lot of opportunity attacks, you know. But she died, so went for the crown.
Oh no. Fortunate.
Dina,
yes.
You should be careful about allowing homebrew. I might choose this.
Oh god. Like domain.
What is that?
I love that so much. I've heard of this, and I would 100% let you use this.
Cleric. First level spells. Grease. Purified food and drink.
Yes, I love this subclass so much. I've heard of it.
There's another one I saw for a wizard that's great.
You can finally take that chef feat.
Yeah! Finally be useful!
I love D&D.
That is so good. Yes.
Yeah.
Garlic bread domain. Satiate hunger, you can just like magically put garlic bread in people's stomachs. Like that's the best.
Garlic bread is good.
Yes.
This would be great in a Curse of
Coma.
Strahd. Just put garlic bread in the vampire.
This one's for a wizard. And
Ooh.
it sounds really awesome.
Cheese!
School of cheese, basically.
That is so good!
And it's full of puns.
Yes, legendary touch. I love that.
The very first cheese whiz was called Lactose the Intolerable.
I love this. It's so good. Holy Swiss, sharp cheddar, right behind you. This is so good. Oh man.
Your shield spell manifests as a wheel of cheese.
That is
amazing. Swiss cheese has a divine connection amongst cheeses, for it is holy.
Man, if I were to play one, I would probably make him a tabaxi and call him Chester Cheeto.
That is so good. That is so good. Oh man, that is amazing. Cheese domain. Oh yes, the garlic domain is so cool.
By the way, do you guys taking healing spells?
If I'm gonna be a paladin, we should be set.
Okay. I am still thinking, should I choose Healing Word or not?
Healing Word is good for anybody. Basically, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
So as long as your action wasn't casting a spell, if it was like swinging a sword or doing something else, you can cast Healing Word at the end or beginning of any turn and get a couple of hit points.
Yeah, basically, as long as you have Healing Word, you won't need much other healing at that point because it's really good.
So if you take the Healing Word, that's a ranged spell. I also have Spare the Dying if anyone goes down, but it's touch based, and Cure Wounds is also touch based. So
yeah, the Paladin, which I'm thinking of, they start out with Lay on Hands.
Yeah,
which is a touch base, but it also like cures them from poison or whatever.
Yeah.
Very good healing. It 5 times your paladin level, so really just explodes at later levels. Like level 5, you have 25
level
healing.
20, Just heal somebody 100 times for 1 HP.
Yes, that's the best. You heal the rogue for 1 HP after he went down to a trap, just to punish him.
You should have seen the trap, you idiot.
You should have seen the trap. Healing word.
Wouldn't that be vicious mockery?
I need to think of some mocking insults, maybe puns.
Yes. Yes, just write them down beforehand.
Yes.
I make
Improve
puns and terrible jokes.
That'll be perfect.
Father was a hamster. Mother's the elderberries, right? Holy Grail.
Yeah.
I actually did create
Love that movie.
create the inspiration lyric for if I ever did a bard. Let me find it. I've never played a bard before, so.
Oh, right.
Inspiration, I think, is, if you want to focus on that, it's the main college, the standard one.
I believe it's eloquence that gets a lot of inspiration-based ones. Like they can, one of the eloquence features is whenever you roll your thing, it comes back if you don't like succeed on the roll.
Yes.
RNG says, of course. Hopefully, Necro will finally use Bardic Inspiration this time.
No.
He hasn't used it before.
I used all of my Bardic Inspiration last time.
You almost...
Mara didn't use that.
I know.
Mara didn't use that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, but you only used them like at the end when you were fighting a really big boss, and I pointed out to you, like, for the first 3 sessions, you never used Bardic Inspiration.
I used one. One. Just one.
You said once. Exactly. Please use it this time.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
but in the first session I used them.
Yes.
Mara didn't use them. In the end of the 4th session, she has like 3rd of her 4 Bardic Inspirations left.
Yes, I completely expect her to never use Bardic Inspiration. You know, she's bards, man.
We had a 2 bard in our team, and neither of us never used any Bardic Inspiration.
That was... Yes, that was amazing. We had 2 bards, and we never saw Bardic Inspiration until the 4th session when they were level 3.
You just weren't very inspired. You can just blame it on the rest of everybody else. You guys just weren't very inspiring.
Fair enough. Very... Just...
I had a friend in a homebrew game who wanted to play a mute and deaf bard.
Oh, that's very interesting and unique. Would be really cool though. How do they intend to be artistic with that?
They had to do the variant human to start out with the warcaster. No, forget what they did. But basically, we had to come up with some way for them to cast spells without speaking.
Telepathy. Oh wait, he's deaf. They're deaf. Never mind.
Yeah, really interesting though. Would be an interesting character since you can't see, and a lot of spells specifically say when you a creature you can see.
It's can't speak or
Can't
hear.
speak or hear.
Can't speak or hear. Very nice. That is still really cool, though. Wow. Bars are great. Witch Bolt, huh? You know, I'm really glad you decided to take Witch Bolt, Will. Like, I've never seen anybody use that.
Pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, like...
Oh, it looks pretty good. I mean, it kind of fits the character I'm trying to build. So.
Yeah. The main problem with it is that most warlocks are long range, right? But it has a short range, so it's really useful on you when you're on the front line, but for most others, not really.
There you
It's
go.
Concentration. So you just want to make sure you use it when nobody's like chasing you.
Yeah, which is why it's really useful on him, because, you know, frontliner, high constitution on the front line, so really useful.
Yep.
Really nice. Be glad to see that at some point. Oh yeah, speaking of, Will, have you thought of the kind of invocations you'll be taking for this?
Kind of invocation. Oh, when I get up to level
2.
What is it? Level
3? It's level 2.
Oh, level 2.
Yeah, you get them at level 2.
That is nice. Yeah, let me see here. Oh yeah. Let's see here. I was gonna do. Oh, the armor of shadows. You can do mage armor at will.
Oh.
Yeah, that one is.
So
I'm abusing
At
that
will, on
one
will.
in Rime of the Frost Maiden, so it's a really good one.
Really useful. Yeah, especially for a frontliner. Wow.
Yeah, mage armor on yourself at will, on will.
Hey!
Hey, what do you know?
Yeah. Everyone's just gonna be saying that now. Why are all the spells coming at me? It says at will.
Oh, probably agonizing blast as well. You add your charisma modifier to your eldritch blast damage.
Yeah,
so
I use that
that's
one
just
as well.
too
Very
helpful.
useful. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool though.
Yeah.
What race are you gonna play?
Me, Rusty, Will.
Yeah.
What did you say? What traits I'm gonna
What
take?
race?
Oh, race. I'm a variant human,
Oh, nice.
so that lets me take the unarmed fighting, fighting initiative.
Oh, okay,
feat.
yeah.
So I can start off.
I would,
People.
if you're going to level up more, like all the way into Warlock, I would suggest the Devil's Sight maybe for invocation. If we're going down into the dungeons, you would be probably the only one not able to see.
Oh yeah, dark vision. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
and
So
you
we
get
got, like, 2 variant
120
humans.
feet of normal dark, normally seeing.
Ah,
Lots of cool invocations. There's also one that gives you the false life at will, so you can just constantly get temp hit points. Really
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, should I take Book of Ancient Secrets? But never mind. I'm already going to multi-class into wizard, so I also already get rituals. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Wait, doesn't? Yeah, I believe if as long as you have the ritual casting feature, no matter what class, you can cast any ritual spell, even if it's not from the wizard subclass. Class, I believe.
Yeah. I'm thinking Eldritch Sight for detect magic at will or the armor. Mage armor.
Oh right, you get detect magic at will. That's so useful for warlocks.
Yeah, we can. So either you can, we can. I can take that one.
Very nice.
I am starting to think that we use the word will so often. I might have to change my character name.
It's perfect. It's so perfect.
I played with a character called Will, and it was Will do, and it was just like,
Yeah, what will do. Perfect. Oh man, that is really
Well,
cool.
it just remind me old pub. Will, Summit, Will, Summit.
Oh man, that's amazing. Try saying that 3 times fast.
No.
Oh, thank God somebody took proficiency in Arcana. Jeez.
I mean, it's if I went to school, I probably should have it, right?
Yeah, fair enough. At least we go get 2 people with that. Then that's. Yeah, jeez, been so long since that's happened. I'm so used to dumb players, dumb characters.
I mean,
In the
my
campaign.
intelligence is 13, so that's just what I need for being a wizard.
Okay, fair enough. Like, yeah, I'm so used. It's weird to see somebody with Arcana and have it be a plus number instead of a negative. Oh man, it's amazing.
Oh my god, you should see my character for the Wildemont campaign. We're level 5 and I already have, let me see, I think I have 21 passive perception, yeah. Because we went roll for stats, right? And I managed to roll 17 or something for my dexterity. And since I went half elf custom thingy, I could put the 2 from charisma into dexterity, and I took feet because we had a free feat at the beginning. So I took piercer, so I added another 1 to dexterity. So I was at level 3. I was maxed out for dexterity.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
And now at level 5 with the, because I went 1 fighter level for the longbow and then 4 rogue. Now I'm maxed out for wisdom as well.
Jeez, that's
I
really
have
useful.
elven accuracy.
Wow. Okay, then that's really broken. Then
I mean, we're playing on mythic difficulty, like very hard.
Fair
so
enough.
he said we can take ASI and the feat when we level up to that point.
That's wow. Yeah.
And
Elven
Phantom for the
accuracy,
rogue subclass.
Jeez.
Because I'm a
That's really
nerdy archaeologist.
Of course. But yeah, Elven accuracy, super powerful.
And Piercer,
Definitely one of the best.
yes.
Yes, so good.
Next
Wow.
feat is probably gonna be sharpshooter.
Oh wow. Okay then. Jeez, very powerful.
Yes, I wanna be a badass nerdy archer.
Hey, perfect. I guess.
I love D&D.
Yes, it is very fun. Currently in the works of writing my own homebrew world, so very excited about that. Lots of stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm multi-classing her as well, like 4 levels of Gloom Stalker Ranger for another attack, and
Oh wow.
Invisible in Dim Light Darkness or something for more advantage, and 6 levels of Fighter Champion for improved critical.
Wow. Okay then. So that's like
She's
that's
like
like
OP.
3 attacks
Yeah,
at the start of your round.
yes,
Jeez.
plus action surge, I can get another 6 attacks.
Jeez. Okay then.
I think all with most all with advantage, if I can manage it.
Yeah. If you're in darkness and you are invisible, then yeah, that's
Yeah.
really useful. What the hell? 6 attack champion, of course. Just crit on a 19. What the
Yeah.
hell? That's so good.
Yeah, can't wait to get to that level.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like one of my other players as well is playing Gloomstalker, And finally, people realize how strong Rangers are. I'm
yeah,
so
one
glad.
of our one of the players is playing a Gloomstalker Ranger in Rime of the Frost Maiden. So OP.
Yes, I'm so happy about it because it's always a stereotype. Rangers are the worst class in the game, but now they're so good. They're one of the best in my opinion. Love Rangers.
Can I ask a Roll20 question?
Sure. Yes.
If anybody knows, how do I add sneak attack to it?
You. I believe there should be a global modifier. You can also just make a different thing for sneak attack. So like in your actions, right? You can make another thing and name it sneak attack and just have it for rolling dice purposes.
Yeah.
I've never created one.
Global attack modifier, I think.
No worries. I believe so. Yeah. If you go to settings, there's damage 2. So there's a second damage type. Oh, not that settings. The settings for the attack.
Yeah, into the core bio spells cog and show global attack modifier, global damage modifier field.
Yep. Alright. Let me do that for you then. It's in global show global attack modifier field. There you go. So you see now there's a thing called like bless.
Yeah.
So you can change the roll to instead of name like sneak attack and like roll 1d whatever your sneak attack is. You can just click that whenever.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, feel free to do that.
6.
Yep. It's 1d6, I believe, at level 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Very useful. Gonna be interesting to have a rogue in the party because rogues are very powerful.
I love playing rogues. I always play a rogue almost all the time, basically.
I played a rogue in my second game.
Really?
At level 2, I think. We had a TPK.
Aww, sad.
There was 4 players and the druid player didn't turn up that session, and we faced it was Sunless Citadel, and we faced the Hobgoblin boss, and we just got wiped.
Oh, unfortunate, sad.
It was fun. Absolutely fun.
Yeah, but rogues.
A cleric, Twilight cleric, which is good.
Wow, TPK with a Twilight cleric. That's an achievement.
It was TPK with a rogue, and then I re-rolled and I took it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Got to level 5, I think, but then he had to. The DM had to quit.
Oh,
Let
fortunate.
me try something.
Yeah, hey, that's really cool. Rogues are super fun.
Like, this is the total damage I do with. I mean, basic
wow.
damage.
Yeah, your 20 version of
Like
that. Wow.
I just rolled that with the max character sheet that I have, which has a 32 passive perception and investigation.
What the hell? Okay, that's really
I
good.
think I'm taking observant as well. Yeah.
Of course you are.
I mean,
can you imagine? Wow, that's 5d6 for sneak attack.
yeah.
That's so cool. No, plus 8 to damage.
I have if I get a +3 longbow, I get a +18 to hitting, so I can just spam sharpshooter anytime I want.
Of course. Of course.
I can't
That's
wait.
So amazing. That's super cool, man. Get those nat ones out of the way now.
I think that's me done mechanically.
Very fitting, very fitting. Oh wow, what is that? Always weird why it does that sometimes.
Yay, I rolled max for Toll the Dead.
Very curious. Why did you decide to, for your stats, Will? Why did you decide to go the way you did with it?
I just wanted a kind of balanced character. I just felt like because I wanted to do a brawler, I felt like he needed to be good kind of across the board. So he's kind of a mix of a frontline spellcaster. So I just plus going the variant human route, you only get 2 of the +1s. So you sacrifice a little bit to get that unarmed fighting. So just trying to build the character. He's not probably the most powerful character I could have built. But,
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Kind of. I guess I just wanted him to be the character I wanted him to be, which means an unarmed, having the unarmed fighting. But yeah. So anyway,
I mean that's pretty cool though, having no weaknesses and stuff. Yeah, like just looking at you. Yeah, definitely. Like you're +3 to charisma and. Yeah, wow.
Steve, I have an idea. Why don't you put your first level into Ranger so you can get longbow proficiency? You can get more damage that way. And then go Rogue.
I think you're referring to the wrong player for that one.
Steve Law with a short bow?
Yeah, no, I'm going Rogue for the skills. He's going to be lots of skills.
Very nice.
And because it's going Soul Knife, he gets the Psychic Knack, which you can add a Psychic Dice to skill rolls as well.
Oh yeah, that will be interesting.
Reliable talent on top of that. Lots of expertise. I took Skill Expert first level with the custom race, so he's got tons of skills and expertise and proficiencies.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you get that anyway.
2, 3, 6, 8 skill proficiencies to start with. 2
wow. What? That's... Where did that go? How many proficiencies do...
2 from background.
Ah.
1 from Skill Expert. Fate.
Oh, right.
Another expertise from that.
Jeez.
2 from Rogue and 1 from that, so I need to add another expertise as well.
That's a lot, man. Wow. Rogues. Super cool.
Yeah.
I'm leaning into the skill side for the Psychic Knack thing, I thought.
Level 10, I believe, rogues get reliable talent, where you can't roll below a 10 on any ability check.
Since 14th level.
14th level. So, still though,
He's
wow.
got the Psychic thing anyway at 6th.
But yeah, wow. Rogues. Super useful.
Yeah.
I need another expertise, let me see. Thieves' Tales.
Oh yeah, by the way, completely forgot to mention earlier, but we will be starting with starting equipment from your background. Completely forgot to mention that earlier. Yeah, just thought I'd mention that in case there was confusion, because don't think I've ever seen anybody roll for gold instead of using starting equipment, but it happens.
Ooh, now I'm thinking I should forego the ability score improvement for 6th level fighter and go 11th level rogue for the reliable talent.
Jeez. Reliable talent is super useful.
Yes, I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, I think I'm gonna be, if we're going to do the ASI and the feat, I think I'm gonna be maxed out anyway, so...
Fair enough.
Like
I mean, rogues is one of those classes that is really good to go all the way up to level 20 because they have a really good level 20 feature. Where you can just succeed on something if you want. Why isn't Necro back?
Electricity went out for
Yeah.
this whole city or something.
Yeah, he did say that, but he's online on his phone. Don't know if he wants to join back. Just out of curiosity, has anybody actually read through or know anything about Waterdeep Dragon Heist?
I watched my friend play it, but I forgot most of it already, I think. I know the basics.
Yeah, I know the basics. I know what the story's about, but that's pretty much it.
Fair enough, yeah.
I have not.
Ooh, that will be an interesting experience then. Yeah, Oh yeah, that's why I like this feature so much, because of you can effectively play it 4 different times and have a different experience every time. Huh, they do give you a map of Waterdeep. So, Waffle, have you decided on the character you'll be playing?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up the D&D Beyond sheet.
No worries. So did you end up going with Paladin, or?
Yep. Going to be a Satyr Paladin.
Oh, that will be interesting. What have you thought of your subclass?
Not yet. I have some ideas.
Ooh, very nice. Don't have to worry about that until level 3. I wonder if there's a garlic bread oath. Has to be, right? I'll look that up. GT Paladin. Oath of garlic bread.
To get advantage on vampires, right?
Yes, that was useful.
Their breath weapon.
Their breath weapon. Of course. Oh man, what is the best? Only clerics. Where is the one for paladin? Huh. Oh, there is one. Okay. Aw. It's not garlic bread domain, but it's basically garlic bread domain. The oath of leavening.
Okay.
Look it up. Your aura ability is aura of nutrition. Bread lord. At level 20, you can become a bread lord. So, this is the best. By the way, I am curious, how are all of you like working and stuff? Do you guys like have stuff to do throughout the week?
Yep. I
Yeah.
work in IT school.
Nice.
Several.
I play D&D,
Oh, wow.
basically.
Fair enough.
I do D&D and work.
Fair enough. Yeah. Wondering with how the world is and stuff.
Yeah, I work full time.
Okay. Nice, yeah. It's weird how in the past 2 years or something, D&D has gotten a lot more players, which is really nice. Like, especially online and stuff. So, it's been great so far. Like, it's so interesting, like, the D&D subreddit for LFG, it's so weird now, because there's so many people playing D&D that you can, like, make a post and get, like, 50-something applications in the first 24 hours.
Crazy.
Yeah. Super cool.
People just want to escape reality for a
Yeah.
bit.
Fair enough, yeah.
I think everybody's become much more conscious of what you can do, virtually over the last, year and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
COVID, you're looking for more things you can connect with. Yeah, how many Zoom times I've had over the last year and a half. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of Zoom prior to COVID, so.
Yeah.
Really cool, yeah. And I think for a lot of people, playing D&D is like their only interaction with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Or like staying indoors, so. That's really nice.
Indoors. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Penny,
indoors.
potato chip, wet napkin, the best friends you have. Oh, just glad, like, because D&D has had such a weird history. Like, going from the Satanic Panic to now is so strange to think about.
So yeah, man, I had the whole basic D&D set. I used to roll up characters by myself. I was like, I was sick in like 7th grade and home for a couple of weeks, and I got the D&D basic set and just rolled up so many characters. That was the all.
Did you even know the rules back then?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty basic, but like armor class was completely different. Like it was not.
Becco.
Yeah. So like, the lower your armor class, the better.
I still don't get it. It's been explained to me so many times, and I still don't understand it. And it makes sense now why people didn't play D&D back then, because I would not want to deal with THAC0.
And you only had, like, you didn't have races, really. You could choose, like an elf or a dwarf, or, like, a fighter or a magic user.
Oh, yeah.
A cleric, Magic user had, you started with 1d4 hit points.
I remember that. That's so brutal. I don't know how you survive that.
Brutal. Yeah, I agree.
Oh man, that's.
Anyway.
I think that was the 3 classes in the original D&D: just fighting man, magic user, and cleric.
Cleric. You could also,
cleric.
You could be a
oh yeah,
thief,
true that.
And an elf, and I think a dwarf. I think a dwarf might have been its own character as well.
Yeah, I know that races were a bit different back then. It's not like how we have it now, so... All I know is that human was the best, because for some reason, humans were the best at everything. Which is... really cool, though. Haven't seen that in so long. Still wonder, though, because I remember back in those days... D&D was a lot more brutal, like if you actually played through campaigns and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I never got to play through campaign. I didn't really play at all. Honestly, I just had the books, but I didn't
just
have
made
anybody to play with. So yeah, I was like, someday maybe I'll play.
Fair enough.
So here I am in my 50s.
One hell of a time jump, like as a kid.
Later.
Someday I'll do it. That's exactly. Yeah. Someday I'll finish college. Flashback to 50 years later. That's nice though. Getting to play at some point.
Yeah.
Wait, so why did you get the D&D box set then if you didn't have friends to play with?
Well, it just looks so cool, like so interesting, and I don't know, I'd probably heard about it from somebody, and I'm gonna, So.
Oh, nice. Were there games like that back in those days, like other similar to D&D?
Not really. Not that I can think of. It was that and Atari,
Oh,
my Atari 2600,
Oh man, they were Atari so long either. Cool games though.
The Mert role-playing books.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of role-playing books?
There was nobody that would play even into adulthood. It just wasn't a thing, particularly in this area.
Yeah, I've also only just heard of role-playing books as well. Like, what kind did you play?
I didn't play any. I had some books and things. It was sort of an interest, but it was, like I said, nobody played that sort of thing. So, obviously, the advent of online games opened it up.
True.
That'd be choose your own adventure books.
Oh, those, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hear there are a lot of choose your own adventure books, like now, modern day. Like, I haven't seen any of them. I should really check those out.
Those were fun.
Yeah, jeez. Wow.
So, get some gold from my background. Can I spend that?
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you spend that. Use the standard prices in the DMG, I believe.
I basically just want calligraphy supplies. It's just a character thing.
Yep. No worries. You can spend it on that. Yeah. No worries on that.
It doesn't have proficiency, but he can read and write, so he can do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the thing people often forget is that you don't need proficiency in a tool to actually use the tool. All proficiency gives you is you can add your proficiency to the rolls.
If you need the page number, it's 150 on the player's handbook.
Nice. Yeah, like there are some tool sets that are really useful even if you don't have proficiency. Like a healer's kit is useful even if you don't have proficiency in it.
That is a good idea.
Yes.
I will buy.
Fair enough. Alright. Like thieves' tools, like people forget that you need thieves' tools to pick locks, but even if you don't have proficiency in thieves' tools, you can still use it.
Give it a go.
Oh, well, I forgot that we have a rogue anyway, so.
I am in fact proficient with thieves' tools.
Oh, right.
Because of my urchin background.
Hey, really nice. Oh, I just realized, urchin, like your feature from the background, like works well in cities. That's the entire campaign.
This could come in handy.
The entire campaign will literally be in a city, so probably.
Come on, you have like some kind of I can get around in the city quicker than most people.
Yeah, you're basically better at navigating cities, which is really useful.
I have a thing might be useful for you. East of the ground.
Ooh.
Urban. I'm going to put it in my feature. I'll have to create it.
I used to forget some of the backgrounds. Should look this up.
Steve, I see that book you posted there, that Middle Earth. Gosh, that's also when I read Lord of the Rings. Was back in the mid '80s, early '80s, and oh my gosh, I read through that whole thing so fast. Oh, I loved it.
Oh wow! Forget that Lord of the Rings has been around since the '60s.
The '40s.
I mean, 40s.
Well, he wrote it in the '40s. I think he published it late '40s, early '50s, and that's when it started getting popular.
Yeah.
Late '50s.
That
is Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's.
I Am Legend.
The what?
I Am Legend, the film.
Oh yeah,
the book was written in 1954.
Really?
It's a good read.
I did not think that because the movie is a bit more recent than that.
Yeah,
so
there's all the versions of the film, but the book was 1954, which actually surprised me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Dune coming out soon as well.
Yes, I am most excited for the Wheel of Time series that's coming out eventually soon as well. Love those books.
They were just a slog after, I don't know how many I got through. 3.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the only reason I read through the Wheel of Time was because I once had like a really during summer back in high school, I did have anything to do during the summer, so I just read through the entire book series. Just really nice. Yeah, really good book series. If you can manage to get through the slog of 13 books, each book being like 1,000 pages, so lot to read through. Oh yeah, that ear to the ground. But of course through. Oh wow, yeah, that will be really useful since you'll be facing like criminals constantly.
Yeah. And that's where he's picked up his thieves' cant from mixing with the wrong sort.
Ooh, very flavorful.
He's picked it up.
Yeah, definitely. Really cool, really flavorful. Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me, how do you determine how much gold you start off with for your... What are you using for that?
In your
What class
background.
are you?
It's determined by your background, yeah.
Yeah,
Your
there's-
background... Yeah, your starting equipment is from your class, but the gold you start with is determined by your background.
Got it. I'm guessing an urchin might not be
I
super...
think you started with 0 on urchins. Let me
There
check.
goes my exciting...
10 gold. You also got a pet mouse.
Oh,
Yes!
you do actually get 10 gold. Never mind. It's Hermit who starts with 0.
Sweet.
I start with 1. I chose modest, but I have 5 in my inventory.
Very nice. Set of common clothes, a small knife. Oh yeah, pet mouse. Look at that.
What will I name him?
Who knows? Oh wow, a map of the city you grew up in. So you could technically just have a map of Waterdeep.
Nice.
starting out.
There we go.
Wow. Just realized
Yeah.
how useful the urchin background is if you have this specific campaign. Very fitting. I think there is a background specifically for, like, very useful in Waterdeep. Yeah, the Waterhaven noble.
Yeah.
Or something, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a noble from Waterdeep, which is useful. Wow. Jeez, that's... With the Waterhaven noble, like, your house takes care of all your expenses, so you don't have to pay for anything while in Waterdeep. That is really that is really
That'd be
useful.
nice. Oh.
Yeah.
Should I go for that? Just kidding. No, one of my characters is already a Waterdeepian noble, so
No, fair enough. Oh yeah, have any of you guys taken a look at the new adventure that recently came out, Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
Got the book. I haven't started reading it yet.
yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
it's
only
so good.
I only bought the fairy race so that I could play it in Curse of Strahd. I mean, I used the UA before, an Arcana version before, but I just bought it so that it can be official. I have it.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Really like the new adventure. Really cool. Also, the new books coming out, Fizzvan and Strixhaven. That's exciting. Since we do have some people who did grow up back when D&D was still first starting out, did you guys like hear about like how like the Satanic Panic and stuff and like this thing that happens to D&D?
I think I heard about it later.
Unfortunately not. I only got into D&D like last year.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Wills? Yeah.
I heard about it a little bit. There was a lot of other things like bands, like music bands. Like I had a friend who really loved Iron Maiden, and of course, all of their album covers were like creepy looking things, and there was a lot of that kind of stuff at that time. I guess I would say those kind of concerns. I heard about it somewhat with D&D.
Really?
Not a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know about everything else, like getting a lot of bands. Did that affect like a lot of how things were back then? Like how strong were the bands really?
I mean, and it might have just been my age at the time, so that was, I would say that stuff started in the 70s, mid 70s, that kind of concern and thinking and stuff like backmasking, songs. You familiar with that? Like if you play it backwards.
Is it?
Supposedly says stuff, there were.
Yeah, I've heard some weird recordings of that.
Yeah, that's mostly where I heard about it.
It was well repeated again with video games and probably
video games.
Yeah, there was a lot of that kind of stuff. But they had like acronyms like AC/DC really stood for After Christ Death Comes. KISS, if you guys are familiar with KISS, KISS actually stood for Kings in Satan's Service. And then, there were some songs like the most famous one was Stairway to Heaven. Supposedly, if you played part of it backwards, it said, "My Sweet Satan," I think is what it says.
Lol.
So, a lot of that.
Yeah, I think I've heard that recording of my. Yeah, I did not. I heard that recording, and I did not hear that until somebody pointed out, which was really weird.
Yeah. There was one Queen song. What was it? Is it another one? Bites the Dust. There's one of their songs that really does sound like something about marijuana. I don't know, or something like that. Not quite as nefarious as My Sweet Satan.
My Sweet Satan.
But yeah, that one did really sound like if that, is one of those click on the YouTube channel to hear type of things. But
yeah,
that one did sound like it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, did not expect that, but yeah, can only imagine. It would be weird for that type of stuff to happen, like nowadays, to get things banned. Because I feel like it would be a lot harder now to get music banned, to get video games banned, things like that.
Yeah. And stuff didn't get banned. You just had people protesting it, raising concerns about it.
Doesn't China ban a lot of American games?
Say that again?
Doesn't China ban a lot of games?
China bans a lot of internet, I think. I mean, they ban a lot of things in China, I believe.
I think China has their own internet. Like, they don't use the internet we use. It's strange, I guess. But,
like North Korea, for example.
Yeah, I suppose. But that is interesting, though. So, it wasn't, like, illegal to own those type of things back then.
Oh, no.
Interesting. I expected that, I guess. But
just parents freaking out, about is my kid worshiping Satan type of stuff.
Did your parents worry about that sort of thing?
No, not really. Nor was I really into some of the edgier stuff, I wouldn't say. But like D&D, no, they weren't worried about that.
The most worried about the choice of music my parents were was when Sirius died in Harry Potter, and I listened to the Funeral March by Chopin all week on non-stop replay.
I think I would be worried as well. My child.
too.
My child was doing that.
No, they're fictional, right?
I mean, I swallowed the
They're
book
real to
in
me, goddammit.
like 11 hours or so. I didn't read that as fast as I do now. When I came into the living room when my parents were watching TV, went to my mom, cuddled up with her. They killed Sirius, like crying my eyes out, and then listened to the funeral march for a whole week on repeat.
Oh man. Yeah, man.
I wasn't that bad with Dumbledore, but I was worse with Snape.
Screw Dumbledore.
My daughter was able to meet the guy who played Draco Malfoy.
Tom
Really?
Nice.
Didn't he get arrested now, or
No, he got really sick, or he collapsed at a golf.
Yeah, at the golf course.
something
Yeah.
happened to him?
We don't know yet what yet.
I don't know what happened there.
Hmm.
But yeah, she had
Good
a
thing-
friend of a friend, and they FaceTimed and
Wow.
helped him pick out a hat or something. I don't know.
That's really cool.
Nice.
I think wasn't he in Divergent or something? I remember one of those weird movies. He was like that's the last thing I knew of him
He
because
was
I haven't
in
heard of him in any movies.
Anna and the King as Anna's son, I think, but that was before Harry Potter.
So he was even younger back then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, she also, my same daughter also, we went to Disney World, or wait, no, Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, where they have like a Harry Potter themed
Wizarding World?
deal, and what's that?
Wizarding World?
Yeah. And so she went in there, and they have this whole sort of event where there's 100 people in the room, and they pick one kid who gets to pick out their own wand. And my daughter was the one who was picked out of the entire
Nice.
room to be able to go pick out her own wand. And so that was neat.
That's really
That was neat.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing though. Would have been nice if they made in Wizarding World and amusement parks they put in a lot of the stuff from the books, where you could pick out your own Patronus.
Yeah.
They
I
have
mean, you have that on Pottermore,
a mirror?
basically. You have that on Pottermore.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know
true.
if it's still called
in reality.
Pottermore. Yeah.
I haven't
mine
logged
is a
into that
bat.
in a while.
Mine is a bat. Shows that Snape is my
Fair
favorite
enough.
character, right?
Well, I can imagine in an amusement park they make a mirror that would show you different things,
Oh yeah.
just pre-recorded things. That would be cool.
Yeah, it was very immersive.
See
they
what
even
your
had that.
bogey is or whatever that. What's it called again?
Bogart, I think
Bogart,
it's a Bogart.
yes, Bogart, yeah.
They had that.
And yell out
Hello?
ridiculous at it and make it do funny stuff.
They had that. What was it called? Like butterscotch beer or what?
Butterbeer?
Something. Butterbeer, yeah. They had that there. It tasted like butterscotch lifesavers. It tasted good for the first half of it, and then it was just too
Sweet.
much. But anyway,
much
it was
butter?
really neat. Yeah, too much butter. There you go.
Very nice. That's cool. What?
Is my voice
Yeah,
okay,
forget-
by the way?
Yep. Welcome back. Can
Hi.
hear you just fine.
Okay. There was 45 minutes of blackout. Yeah,
Oh wow. How did that
Wow.
go?
scary.
I totally understand you. I'm afraid of the dog.
Yeah. No.
Especially I am alone in the house, so double scared.
Yeah,
Alone
double
in the
scared.
house.
Double scared, yeah.
Oh,
I totally
man.
get you.
Yeah.
Not just scared, I'm devil scared.
Hey, double scared.
I thought he said double scared. Not double scared.
No.
Yes. Oh man. Well, how did did the power come back on now? I guess I assume.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
told me to join from the phone, but I don't think my phone internet is good enough for that.
Fair enough.
Or
Yeah.
even if it is good enough, like I can't join in the Discord and Roll20 at the same time.
Fair enough. Alright. Liz is back now. Thankfully. Did you ever get the news on what happened?
Yeah. I was asking this. What happened?
Oh no, I mean like what news on what happened on the blackout? Like why was there a blackout?
No.
Cool.
They would make
Yes.
up a reason.
Make up a reason. And we just wanted to turn the power off for 45 minutes.
That could be the reason. Like, you're making it as a joke, but that could be the real reason.
Wow.
I'm not sure about that.
Fair enough.
So, what? I am done.
I think we just continued talking and like making our character sheets. I think you were here for most of the discussion, right? On characters and stuff.
But I was away for 45 minutes.
What?
Happened at the 45 minutes?
just talking, chilling, vibing.
Okay. Did you check my character sheet, by the way?
I'll check it now. Is it finished?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Looks good so far. Oh, your spells. Healing word, silent image. Nice.
I was thinking what to edit the fourth one. The electric gun.
Nice. So yeah, definitely. So you are leaning into utility and support type bard.
Yeah.
Necro again. Do we have to go through this every time? You don't have a damaging cantrip. What are you gonna do in combat?
Yeah.
Do you have a sword at least?
I will take one.
Okay. Like you have 0 damaging spells. You have 0.
He's a pacifist.
Yes, pacifist bard. Like, okay, good. At least you have a sword then. Because we went over this with your last bard. What is with you and picking bards who don't know anything that damages people?
I don't like killing other guys. I just like getting out of the situation.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, to be fair, you do use prestidigitation a lot more often, and minor illusion a lot more often than most people.
Yeah.
I spam those in Icewind Dale.
Yeah, super.
And
useful.
mending.
Like people. Oh yeah, mending too. Like people never use mending these days.
I love
It's
mending.
a great spell.
Yeah, it's really cool, really useful. I mean, there's not that many uses for it, but it's useful when you have it, like to mend something.
By the way, do you, when we play, do you track like food and water and that sort of stuff in terms of our?
Well, since you'll be staying in a tavern, you'll be paying for like meals and stuff. Like, I'm not very much a stickler for it. This is a survival horror campaign, so no need to keep track of water. Like how I usually use it is that as long as you're within like a source of water, you don't need to track water. So like, yeah, while you're in a city, there's water like at some point. So I just assume it's basically the same as like not tracking when you need to go to the bathroom type of thing.
Yeah.
If you have water.
Okay.
But I mean, that will be useful when you can create food and water as a spell as a genie warlock.
Yeah.
Make food. Necro, you forgot to add your con to your HP.
Yeah. I forgot that.
A forger kit? Where did you get the forger kit from? Your background?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's useful.
What is it attribute?
Sorry, what? You repeat that? You were like blurry.
I am asking what is the attribute of forger kit? Like, where do I look at it?
Well, put it for charisma for now. Like, it will depend on the situation, like what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Herbalism kit is probably intelligence, right? Because it's nature.
Medicine.
Yep. Medicine is wisdom, so
yeah.
Depending on the situation, yeah. Because medicine is wisdom and nature is intelligence. Still don't get why nature is intelligence.
Why religion isn't wisdom?
Yeah, also that too. Religion is intelligence for some reason.
It's about remembering things, I guess, isn't it?
True, I guess, yeah. Which is... but it becomes a strange situation where you can have a cleric who dumps intelligence and knows nothing about religion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically my dwarf paladin. Because I'm playing her as stupid. Because I'm playing her as a little bit stupid.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, this one should be changeable, right? Like
the what?
The most. Is it a problem with my mic?
Sorry? No, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying, like, some things should be changeable. Like, especially the most obvious thing is the intimidation. Like,
word strength, yeah.
You can use strength as an intimidation in sometimes. And the other things, like, yeah, religion should be wisdom in some cases.
True, yeah. As well as for, like, nature. Like, if you're...
Go to separate sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting, but you know.
Survival should be should be dexterity, maybe? I don't know.
A lot of arguments, really. Like,
yeah.
Depends on the situation. I guess that's why... I guess that's why sometimes, like, they specify... Like, on certain spells and abilities, they will specify a skill and an attribute attached to that skill. Because technically, you can change that up how you wish, I guess. Okay, I'm looking at your sheet, Necro, and the first two features. This is gonna be interesting. I'm curious how you're gonna use that.
Yeah, I kinda like it more than noble for now.
Cool. That's interesting.
If you're looking, I wouldn't change.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Feel free to use your sheet and stuff.
I was just...
I was wondering, yeah, because when I took a look at your sheet, and I saw that you had 0 attacks and spellcasting, and like below your hit dice, I thought that you hadn't finished your sheet, but then I realized no, you just don't have any attack spells.
Yeah, but I probably get an... Yeah, I will get a sword or something. Scimitar.
Get a sword or something, just in case. Oh, that's amazing.
Especially at the level 2 spells, I can just make our enemies just run away from me, screaming.
Hey, fair enough.
Just pacifist bard.
What do bards get? I need to look at the bard spells. I haven't looked at it in so long.
Well, there's lots of skill damage. I don't choose any of them.
Yeah, I was about to say, there should be plenty. Like, you don't even have vicious mockery. The one thing bards are known for.
That I have. That
Yeah,
I'm
but
not, I'm not even a bard.
Yeah!
It just has 1d4.
It's...
Simplest guy has 8 health.
I mean,
Useless.
it's not about the damage, it's about
It's
that
the
you get...
disadvantage.
Yeah, the disadvantage is what you want from it, which is useful.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Well, fair enough. Like, you say it's useless, but 1d4 is better than none, since you have nothing that can damage people.
Well, I can just intimidate with minor illusion. That's what I do.
Fair enough. Oh,
Like,
man.
you know, like, you're talking like you didn't
I'm
hear my
aware.
game. Half of the time I just intimidate with help of minor illusion.
I'm aware. You have this weird obsession with pacifist bards. Oh man. That's cool though. At this point I expected you to take one of the weird spells, like illusory script or something.
Yeah, I am weird, not useless. Please.
Wow! Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Oh man. What do second level spells? Huh. I mean, I expected bards to get a lot of illusion and enchantment magic, but they get a lot of enchantment magic.
There are a lot of enchantment.
Enthrall, calm emotions, gift of gab. Who is Gab?
Oh my god, one of our wizards used Gift of Gab to sell trash for like 200 gold pieces.
Oh, when you cast this spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area. With it. Oh wow, that's interesting. I don't know what you're gonna use this for. Like
Selling
change everyone's
stuff,
memories.
selling
That's
stuff
exactly.
for more money.
Fair enough, I guess.
Can I ask on Roll20, how do you equip your armor?
Oh,
You just
so-
click the check mark.
Yeah. If you uncheck it, it means it's still on your person, but it's not like on
Equip.
your belt or your back or something.
Yeah.
So basically, if
Nothing.
some people play it a lot more technical, so like to drink a potion during combat, you would have to like stop, get your backpack out, then pull it out. Versus if you say like, no, it's equipped to my belt, so I can just grab it.
Gotcha. You have to then manually adjust your armor class?
I believe so, because Roll20 is weird sometimes, so you can just like click on the armor class number.
It will adjust if you untick your armor, it'll take it off your armor class.
Oh yeah, if you go with the search function.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're looking at my sheet, right?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at your sheet.
Okay, because I was doing something else and for some reason it just reset the thing I do.
No worries, it's not Magic Ghost messing with your sheet. Didn't we have that? Oh wait, no, that wasn't our campaign last. Or was it? Oh, no, it wasn't. Confusing games.
What are you talking about?
I'm just, it's forgetting. Like there was one time in Session 0 where one of my player sheets would just constantly get messed with. Like she was always like she was pointing out that like something is happening to her sheet, and she didn't realize that it was just me looking at her sheet and messing with it. Like, and I forgot that was a thing as well, so I didn't say anything. So I just had this player during the Session 0 just like getting really freaked out that shit is happening to her sheets.
That reminds me of my friend who's an IT that says how their people are panicking on the other side of the phone. Who's moving my mouse? I'm gonna turn off the computer. Please don't do that. That's me.
Oh yeah. That is really funny. My mess.
Anyway, guys, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna have to go for tonight because I need sleep and I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I need to wake up early to pack.
No worries, no worries. Good luck on your vacation, and we are closing in on time again. I guess we'll end it off here.
I mean, we've been at it for 4 hours already, so.
Yeah, I think close to that. So yeah, we'll